The topic is user management in Linux. Today you are going to be learning what is the importance of user management in Linux environment. We know that users have certain significance, like root user has all the permissions and other users are having limited permissions, or the permissions that are allowed by root users or administrators, or permissions that are allowed by the organization. When a situation comes, there is a need to change permissions of n number of users. If that number of users are 10, 15, or at least 20 as well, Linux administrators or system administrators can change that, even though it feels tiring for 10, 20 users, but they can do it. But imagine if that many users are, if users are 100, 500 or 1000. So changing permissions for these many users is really like not impossible, but it is very tough and it is not easy job. So to help with that and to have more reliability and to save time and efforts of Linux administrators or system admins or for users, there is the need for user management. User management is used to group users based on their responsibilities or roles. If suppose in an organization there is 50 DevOps engineers, 100 software developers, and 200 network engineers. So these users are placed in the groups, and if the situation comes to change permissions of members in a group, so it would be really easy to change permissions in a group, and all the users in that group would have the permissions changed directly or indirectly. So the first command to create the group is groupadd space name what you want to give. I'll give it caffeine verse, which is my channel name, and enter. As you can see, the group has been created. To see the group, the command is cat space /etc/group. Enter. Now you can see that caffeine verse group has been created with the group ID as well. So now the group is created. Let's now add our user Kaif Khan into this caffeine verse group. So the command would be usermod space -a capital G space group name caffeine verse space username Kaif Khan. Click enter. Now that Kaif Khan user is added into the group caffeine verse. Also, now changing permissions of the group caffeine verse would directly change the permissions of the member Kaif Khan. And if there is an opportunity to add more users in this group, those permissions would also be affected. So that was about adding the members and creating the group. Now let's understand the importance of SSH, that is Secure Shell. Secure Shell provides secure encrypted connections for remote management and data transfer. Secure Shell replaces insecure protocols like Telnet. It enables encrypted remote logins, command execution, file transfers. So the key important use of SSH is security, remote access, file transfer, authentication, tunneling, and port forwarding. Previously it was Telnet or FTP. Now it is SSH for the secure shell connection. Now, how can we do SSH for our Linux environment? So let's understand this by this example. That is, in an organization, system administrators or Linux administrators will set up an instance. Instance is something like Elastic Compute Cloud, EC2 instance in AWS and in other cloud providers as well. So in this instance, they would create a virtual machine, or in the instance, they would be logging in into the root user, and they will create your username, they will create your password, and that instance also has the public IP address. So these details are sent to you, and you would be using git bash if you are on Windows, and you would be using terminal on Mac OS to log in into that Linux environment. So if you are in the Windows, you would be opening the git bash, and you would install the SSH client first. Then you would perform this command, that is SSH space your username that is created at public IP address of that instance. Then you click enter, then you enter the password. After that, you would be inside the Linux environment. Also, there is another method that is to log in with SSH using PEM file. Watch this video for the PEM file method. Let's create an EC2 instance. Click on launch an instance. I'll name it KF demo instance. Let's choose Ubuntu. I'm on the free tier. You can also try it on the T2 micro free tier. Just go below and I'll create a new key pair login. That would be .pem file for a secure shell or SSH login. It's downloaded. Create security group and change the VPC from the default to the VPC which we have created, that was KF demo VPC. So let's select that. Now we have attached a VPC to the EC2 instance. Usually what we do is we select the private subnet of your selected VPC. But for this demo, we would be selecting the public VPC subnet. Click on auto assign public IP enabled. Now let's create an instance or launch an instance. It's launching and it's successfully created. Now copy the public IPv4 address so we can do the secure shell SSH. In git bash as a terminal, you can use others as well to connect to your instance through SSH. Now click enter, click yes, enter yes. Now it's connected to SSH or to your instance through your terminal. So that is it for the video today. I hope I made the topic simple and easy to understand. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, share and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.